If you are the parent of a young adult in recovery, you can't leave your child's sobriety solely in the hands of meetings and treatment programs and expect more than just a slim chance of success. Let's talk about parenting your child in recovery. Turning early sobriety into long term sobriety requires more than just cheerleading, and it definitely should not include preparing for relapse. It requires your direct involvement and a program that sends your young adult in a new direction with a new focus. And let's talk about fixing your most painful problem first. The fear and the pain of your child's addiction and relapse hurt every other aspect of your life. The real life stress that comes with work and career is 10 times worse when you carry the weight of a genuine threat to your child's health and future. And relationship stress with your spouse, with your family, and with your other children. And let's talk about the financial stress caused from looking for additional treatments and programs. This is money that could be spent on your family's future and your family's memories. And last but not least, the social embarrassment and stigma of having a family member in addiction and in recovery. Let's talk the truth about your child's recovery. Relapse is not normal. The system is built on suggestion of failure in an attempt to weaken the expectations of the current treatment system and phony success rates. The success rates of any facility or program will quote you can't define where your family wants to be in 5, 10, or even 15 years into the future. And lastly, your child is not an addict. Your child is developing and creating the rest of their life and will not be defined according to a temporary condition. Now, let's talk about why most people fail in recovery. First, it is built on a relapse model. By accident or design, it is more profitable for treatment centers to use a revolving door approach. Secondly, young adulthood is recognized as the most critical period for substance use and behavioral intervention. And thirdly, our current treatment system is a band aid instead of a deep surgical transplant that fixes problems at their root. My name is Richard Jones, RN, and for over 37 years, I have worked with families and young adults in substance use and corrections. I created Second Starts and Essential Change as my signature approach to supporting young adults achieve lasting recovery without the guilt and shame of most revolving door programs. And I am an expert practitioner in leverage based tapered life management, a comprehensive behavioral change system designed specifically for young adults in recovery. The Sally Port is a small room adjacent to the main unit of the jail. It's a place where lawyers and jail officials meet with inmates to discuss their situation. This is where I met with countless amounts of young adults, potentially like your young adult child, visualizing and understanding their pain and their confusion. This is where I created a strategy that magnifies your child's potential and the very best parts of our care and treatment system, giving your young adult child all the tools they will ever need for a permanent recovery. Let's talk about three big myths of recovery. Big myth number one, their knowledge, their meaning addiction professionals, helping professionals, their knowledge and experience will create your child's transformation. This is not true. Your child's transformation will be created by creating a customized plan that enhances your child's natural abilities and blends those with the treatment modalities in which your family chooses. Big myth number two, your objectivity will hurt your child's recovery. This is not true. Your child's recovery is fueled by your knowledge and love of your child. And that's what gives your child's recovery true strength. And big myth number three, the recovery process is all about restriction. We will show you and your child that the recovery process is about creating and understanding and learning all the powers that you have to create your own path to recovery. Now, there are three things that you need to get right now to help your child. First thing, therapeutic comprehension. Your young adult in recovery will take the principles and concepts of any current therapeutic approach to the next level by customizing it to form the results that they can accept as part of their lives now and in the future. And secondly, we will teach you how to create a support network that provides an immediate and permanent sense of confidence that you, your child, and the people who support you need to make lasting change. And lastly, a self-refueling transformation. We want to teach your child to become the power behind their transformation and recovery for the rest of their lives, making addiction and dependence things of the past. Now let's talk about therapeutic comprehension. Make therapy work better. Your child's lifeline is removing distractions. We want to learn simple methods that shield your child against the common distractions that lead to relapse, making therapy more effective. Unlocking your child's life-saving knowledge. Unlock strategies that make the education provided by therapy and treatment easy to digest and use. And lastly, the power of unwavering focus in your child's life. Let's create a laser-focused recovery using a step-by-step approach that can be initiated immediately. Let's talk about building an effective support group. Building a lifeline, your child's path to recovery. Building an effective support group means much more than making friends at meetings. It means assembling real people who care and will positively influence your child's life. And it's extremely important to understand that if you don't believe that you have these people in place, there are many methods and real ways that we can help you create a new and much more effective network for your child's recovery. And healing without guilt. This is a vital step in your child's recovery. Putting together a support group that does not increase feelings of guilt and shame in your child is extremely important. We will learn how to find people that spark your child's desire to excel and create a lasting recovery. Building trust with the right kind of support group. As parents, surrounding your child with the right kind of support, it gives them a chance to demonstrate trustworthiness in real time with real results. Teaching your child to become their own source of energy. Turning external accountability into internal strength. It's not just about quitting substances. It's about equipping your child with a lifelong management system. This system will change how they perceive and navigate the world, turning external accountability into internal resilience. An immediate course correction is possible. While healing takes time, immediate course correction is possible with an easy-to-follow assessment strategy you can apply to your child's recovery. And creating a maximum achievement mentality. Help your child employ a maximum achievement mentality with a customized life management system that will benefit them in every area of their life, now and in the future. Now you have two very clear choices. Choice one, sit back and watch. It's just a phase. They'll grow out of it. Every minute you watch and wait is playing Russian roulette with your child's life. If you wait for disaster, disaster will come. And secondly, it's a numbers game. The system, sometimes well-meaning, sometimes not, is designed to save some and lose others. Sitting back and hoping you win the treatment lottery can cost more than you can afford to pay. Choice number two, take immediate and specific action. Use every card in the deck. Make absolutely sure you are getting the most out of every support person, helping professional, and every asset and ability your child possesses. Leave no stone unturned. And get a roadmap. Find a system that allows you to help your child make permanent, basic changes that eliminate the fear of relapse forever. And thirdly, and most importantly, start now. The Essential Change Program looks to work in 4 areas of your life. First of all, handling real-life stress. By fixing your most significant problem first, living an everyday life is finally possible again by applying our customized Done With You program. The Essential Change Program will start working fast and smoothly with your child's natural abilities and relationship stress. Making life with your spouse and other children a pleasure again when you fix your family's biggest problem first. You can start immediately without complicated forms and questions. And financial stress. Stop spending your family's money on pain and start spending it on pleasure. And embarrassment and stigma. Change embarrassment and shame into pride and trust. Your friends and family will envy your success. Start immediately with our help and the tools you already have now. The Essential Change Program seeks to create change on 3 pillars. First, self-agency and ownership. Secondly, organizing and planning skills. And lastly, preparation for real-life application. The Essential Change Program is designed with 7 core principles. The first principle, direction. Daily end goal, directed communication designed specifically for the habits of lasting change. Secondly, customized. Major program milestones created specifically for your child's own vision of their lives. Leverage support, using the power and influence of a concerned and involved support network without the guilt and shame of most recovery processes. Detrimental procrastination, creating a system of expectations and actions that lead to permanent change. And immediate course correction, making necessary changes in direction and action immediately before bad habits can form. And frequency and consistent variation, formulating a rhythm of action that defies the pitfalls of dreadful anticipation and procrastination. And lastly, lifelong learning, creating a sustainable habit of education and intellectual fulfillment that fuels permanent change. So I have 4 very important questions for you. With all the evidence of the failures of our current treatment system, why not step in and make a change? And are you willing to take a path that turns your child from an addict into a leader? Are you tired of the constant threat of relapse you and your child are living with now? And what does a future look like if you don't change your child's current path for this and the next generation? I want you to do this now. Schedule a free call. Go to secondstarts.com. That's number 2 NDSTARTS.com, and go to the section book and then a Second Starts consultation. You can reach me there. We can discuss your situation freely. If you can't reach me there, reach me at richardjones@secondstarts.com. Or we have a toll-free 24-hour hotline number, 856-583-2747. Leave a message. We will reply as soon as humanly possible to your situation. And as a free bonus for every parent that calls, we will create a customized, clear path plan, the same plan that we will create if you were working with us. So again, go to secondstarts.com and book a free call, and let's discuss your situation. Now is the time to act.